Hello, my outstanding students, 500 level students. I want to believe you are there. I want to welcome you to another class. Today we'll be looking at the topic titled Computer Software. Don't forget, we are still on the course Management Information System. So today we are talking about something new, which is computer software. Now, when we talk about computer software, what do we mean? We're talking about applications. We're talking about set of instructions, and we're talking about programs. Okay, there are sets of instructions, there are programs or data that directs the hardware to perform specific tasks. A computer hardware is useless without the software. It cannot function because all the drivers needed to drive the hardware are embedded in the computer with software. So computer software are sets of instructions. Don't forget that there are programs or there are data. There are even applications that direct the hardware to perform specific tasks. Okay, they are suitable for what we call their software, and they are intangible and cannot be physically touched. Okay, it works in coordination with what we call hardware to process data and produce what we call desired results. So don't forget that the computer hardware is useless in the absence of computer software. Why? The programs needed, the set of instructions needed to drive the hardware are embedded. Even the drivers are embedded in the software components. Okay. Now that we understand that what computer software is, that there are sets of instructions or programs that are needed to drive the computer hardware, or they are used to give instructions to the computer hardware, let's talk about the types of software. Okay, now they are actually classified into two main categories. We have the system software and we have the application software. Then this third part, let's just talk about it briefly, which we call the programming software. Okay, because the programming software falls under the application software. Do not forget that it's actually an application. Now let's talk about the system software. Okay, now the system software is the fundamental, it's the basics. All right, it's the framework. Okay, it is the software designed to manage and control the computer hardware, making it functional for users and application software. That is to say, you cannot install application software in the absence of system software. System software is the background software that is needed to run all application software and even the computer hardware. Don't forget that it's a system software as software designed to manage and control computer hardware, making it functional for users and application software. Examples are your OS, that's your operating system, Windows, your Mac, your Linux, your iOS, and so on, even your Android. They're all examples of what operating system. The utility programs like your antivirus software, your disk cleanup, and so on, your disk cleanup tools, and so on. Then the device drivers, I mentioned that earlier, like the printer drivers, the graphic card drivers, they fall under what we call system software. Then number two is the application software. Now, for application software, they are just software designed to meet our individual needs. They are designed for end users. Okay, your Facebook, your WhatsApp, your Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, all these falls under what we call application software. Even your what is it called? WordPad, Notepad, all these things are, or your Paint, all these things are, or CorelDRAW. They are all examples of Zoom. Okay, your Microsoft Teams. They are all examples of application software. But they are software designed for end users to perform specific tasks or applications. Example is Microsoft Word. I said that before. Your Google Chrome, your Adobe Photoshop, your Zoom, and so on. They fall under application software. Then the third one, which I believe falls under the application software, is the programming software. The word programming, they are meant for developers. They are used to write, to test, and even to debug programs. Examples are your text editor, like your Notepad, your Sublime Text, and what is it called? I love this one so much. We call it the PyCharm. Yes, the PyCharm that is for Python. If I want to run my Python program, I can use PyCharm. And even your what is it called? Your IntelliJ by JetBrains. Okay, to run Java applications. All these things are known as text editors. We have compilers like the GCC, the Java compiler, the integrated development environment, the IDEs, for example, your VS Code and your Eclipse. Okay, so all these things I mentioned are known as what? Programming software. They still fall under the application software. They are software used by developers to write, to test, and to debug programs. Please do not forget that there. So let that take us to what we call the functions of computer software. Why are they so important? Number one is system software. The essence of the system software is to manage hardware resources and also provides a platform for running all application software. Remember, I told you your application software is useless in the absence of your system software, because all the drivers needed to run those applications are found where? In the system software. All right, number two, they provide facilities. They facilitate user interaction with hardware through through what we call interface, they create a relationship between both the user and the what and the hardware component. Don't forget that. Then number two, in terms of application software, they help users perform tasks like creating documents, editing photos, or managing finances, and even making graphics. Okay, increasing productivity and efficiency in specific what areas. Then for the programming software, there are 6 programmers in creating software and applications. So do not forget this. Examples of computer software they are using, like Microsoft Excel, we know we all know that Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet package and it's an office suite. It comes with Microsoft Office. Don't forget that. They are used for creating spreadsheets and performing data analysis. Then CorelDRAW, of course, for making graphic designs. Your Photoshop, your CorelDRAW, even your Paint, they are all used for making graphic designs. Okay, then we have the operating system, Windows operating system like the Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 8.1, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows Millennium, Windows NT, and so on. Okay, they fall under what operating, even your Linux, your Mac OS, your iOS, they are open source. Like Linux now is an open source OS, often used for servers and web development. Okay, then we have antivirus software. We all know what antivirus to scan and to remove malware, protecting the system from threats. That's what we use antivirus for. The essence is to scan and to remove malware. Malware is gotten from the word malicious software. You understand? Malicious software. Okay, they are viruses. They help us remove viruses from our computer system. They scan, they protect our system from threats. Okay, we call them antiviruses. Don't forget the example, your Kaspersky, your Norton, your Smart Dial, and so on. Okay, your Norton antivirus, okay, and so on. These are all examples. So I said the Smart Dial, the Kaspersky, the what is it called, the Norton antivirus. All these are examples of antivirus software. That will take us to what we call the differences between hardware and software. Of course, in terms of the differences, you know that already now. In terms of tangibility, for hardware, they are physical and they are tangible, don't forget. But for software, you cannot see them, they are intangible, you cannot even handle them. Then in terms of dependency, requires software to function, run on hardware. All right, for dependency, they require what we call software to function. For hardware, the hardware cannot function. They require software to function and to run. You understand? Software also cannot run on its own without hardware. Hardware cannot run on its own without software. You understand? Then we have, in terms of the hardware, example, the keyboard, the monitor. Then in terms of the software, we have Windows and we have the Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and so on. So these are the differences between hardware and software. One is physical and tangible. That's the hardware. Software is intangible. Okay, don't forget that. All right. Then that will take us to what we call the importance of computer software. Number one, it enhances what we call productivity. Don't forget that. Number two, it helps us manage our computer hardware. Number three, it facilitates communication. Number four, it helps us to drive what? Innovation. Don't forget that. I said importance of computer software. It enhances productivity in terms of it enable users to complete tasks quickly and efficiently. Yes, of course. Then number two, it manages what we call computer hardware. They help us to bridge the gap between user commands and hardware operations. I said they help us to bridge the gap between user commands and hardware operations. Number three is it facilitates communication. I'm communicating with you now using a software. All right. Without the software, we can't have this video. So I'm combining both hardware and software. Okay, I have a computer with me and I have my software installed in my computer system to help me make this video. Okay, so it enables data exchange between devices and network. Do not forget that it enables data exchange between devices and network. That's under facilitated communication. Then finally drives innovation. Powers modern technologies like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and virtual reality. So these are the importance of computer software. The next question I'm going to be asking is, how can I maintain my software? Number one, regularly update your software to ensure security and functionality. Learn to update the software. It's very important. That's number one. Number two, install antivirus software to protect against malware. It's also key. Number three, use only licensed software. If your software is not licensed, please avoid it. You understand? Use licensed software to avoid what we call compatibility issues. It's key. Then finally, uninstall unused software. If you know there is a software you don't like, you've not used for like a month or two, what is it doing there? You uninstall it to free up system resources and space. You understand? So these are the ways I can maintain my software. I said regularly update your software is key. Install antivirus, very important. Use licensed software, it's important. Then uninstall unused software. Okay. Very quickly, I'll be talking about the computer characteristics and operation. That will be our next topic. looking at the characteristics and operations of computer. I remain Brimo MO Excel. I remain your facilitator. Don't forget this video is meant for 500 level students, and we looked at what we call what computer software. So see you in the next class. Thank you.